Hey guys, it's Alexis. Today I'm actually going to be talking about a kind of serious topic, but I didn't want it to seem too serious. Um, but it's like okay, I'm going to be talking about bullying, and you can never like limit how important this topic is because it goes around like nationwide, like of all ages. For my brainstorming, I like of like how I came up with this topic, I did everything in alphabetical order because I'm weird and I organize things like that. so, yeah. But I skipped a couple letters and then mixed it up and everything. So, to start off, like the reasons of why people bully others or like why they just like even if it's just picking on a kid like and you don't think it's that like serious, it's still considered bullying. Um, Reasons why could be that they don't get affection at home, such as if their parents um, kind of ignore them or they don't show how much they care about them. Also, if they even get bullied at home by like older siblings and sometimes even a parent. Um, there's like some parents that like fathers and stuff that um, could pick on their kids for being too like weak or something like that. Um, but yeah, that happens a lot. Also, they're like people bully because they're worried about a certain appearance. Like, oh, like I'm gonna look cool if I pick on this kid, kind of thing. Um, and really, it just like even if it makes the other kids scared of you, it doesn't really form a positive appearance on you. Um, Also, it could be because they're secretly depressed. Um, a lot of people don't know how to express their emotions, so they pick on other kids as a form of like getting all that anger out, kind of thing. Um, that doesn't always work because you really don't get all of that anger out, or you don't really have anyone to talk to. Which is something that you should do is look for someone who you can actually talk to. Also, like going along with that is if they feel like empty inside, like they don't feel happy, but they don't feel like they're a complete mess, kind of thing. Um, some kids that bully others could be because like they think they're happy, but they're not really. They're just like something missing, and they don't know what to do, so they just pick on other kids. Uh, Also, it could also be a fear. Um, they could pick on other kids because they're scared of being picked on. So, in order to avoid that, they make everyone else afraid of them. I don't know. I don't know how that works, but it does. Um, Sometimes they think that bullying other kids will heal their own personal problems, such as um, like, oh, I'm gonna pick on this kid, and then it's gonna make me feel better, and that goes along with the past two topics or whatever. It goes with it because like if they have like okay, like say they get into an argument with someone and the only way they can express it, like get it out, is picking on someone and beating them up. Um, that doesn't always work. Also, if it could be because they're just ignorant, I guess, and jealous of the other kid. So, like, oh, because the little kid, like, typically, like in movies, it shows that there's a bully and then there's a nerdy kid. But it just, like, it could be that they're jealous of, like, how smart they are. Like, in the movies, they're just, like, he picks on the kid and makes him do his homework, kind of thing. Sometimes that happens in real life. It's crazy. Um, Also, because they feel lonely, uh, or because they're just like missing someone or they're missing out on something, like if a family member had passed away or something like that. that could be a reason of why they're picking on other kids because they don't know how to deal with it. Or they have no one to talk to or to to express themselves, so they just they're angry. Also, along with how their parents don't give them affection, it could be that their parents just keep pushing them aside. Um, some parents don't know how to talk to their children at a certain age, so they just push them away, kind of thing. Um, and it's just you have to try and talk to your parents and just sit them down because eventually they're gonna find out that something's wrong. That kind of happened to me. Well, I wasn't a bully, but from the parents pushing me aside. My mom used to push me aside. Well, I lived with my mom, so she used to always push me aside, and then I would always feel like I couldn't talk to anyone and everything. So it was just kind of that I had that empty feeling because I couldn't talk to anyone. And apparently I solved it. But what I did was I talked about it. That was my form of expressing myself. I had to talk about it. And it works if you talk about it to people who are going to do the same thing. But anyways, back to the topic. Sometimes bullies pick on other kids because they're self-conscious of themselves. That also goes with being jealous. It's good to be confident about yourself, but not too confident to the point where you're picking on kids. But if you are not confident at all, that could also lead to picking on other kids because that would go with the appearance thing. And some effects of bullying is that the kid that's getting bullied will have lower self-confidence, will be afraid. They will get not just external bruising and damage and everything, but there could also be an emotional damage going on there. Sometimes it gets to the point where the kid is going home and they're just beat up. And sometimes it could be that they're not beat up on the outside, but they have their feelings hurt. It could get to the point where some kids actually feel like there's no way out but suicide, and that is very, very, very much a big deal. And it's very important that kids understand that bullying needs to be stopped because the rate of kids that are committing suicide because of bullying are just crazy. And it's really sad to know that there are younger kids and they're still teenagers, 18 and that kind of older, that are still being affected by bullying. Also, reasons that the kind of categories that people get bullied is just it's crazy. It's you're too weak, you're too nerdy, you're too this, you're too that. It could even be because of race, sexuality, gender, all this stuff. There's even cases where girls are bullying boys. That's how insane this is. And people just don't understand that it's just important to, one, learn how to express your feelings, and two, to talk about it to someone. If you're being bullied, you have to talk to someone because that's one of the ways that you can stop that problem that's going on. Also, if you're being bullied, just try to be brave and stand up for yourself, but not to the point where it gets physical. Stand up for yourself verbally, not cussing them out or anything. Just talk about it. even, okay, sometimes bullies attack in groups, right? So if you just sit down and talk to the kid that you have a problem with, you could solve so much. You don't even know. But it takes two. So they have to be willing to try and solve the problem as well. Um, and just remember that you, if you are being bullied, you're not alone. There are plenty of other kids that are going through the same thing. So just reach out and talk to someone. Um, I have been a victim of bullying, so I know how much it hurts. So if you need anyone to talk to, I'm here. Um, and if you are a bully, you have to understand that just picking on a kid, even a little bit, affects them way more than you can imagine. And it's just, it's not cool. Um, you may think that it looks cool, but it really, it's downright mean. And you're not going to get anywhere that way. Just focus on you and make sure you apologize for what you've done. You don't have to do it in front of your friends. You could pull that kid aside and just talk to them. And you should understand that, like, getting physical, like fighting, is never the answer. So, yep, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Find me on Tumblr. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. All that fun stuff. And don't forget, you're awesome, no matter what. And be a friend, tell a friend. And I'll see you guys later.